Hey guys, before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that the mic for our guest this week was sounding fuzzy for some reason. We got a new microphone, so we're working with it and seeing how it works. But it will definitely be fixed next week. Sorry about the quality, but enjoy the podcast. Your creative is colorful and so is ours. Welcome to Your Creative. We're your hosts, Grant and Emerson, and let's get those creative juices flowing.
This is Your Creative, episode number 4, channel logo with Lauren Lewis.
Wow. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing pretty good. What are we doing?
Welcome to Your Creative.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of Emerson's show.
Yes, this is my show. Anyways, welcome to my show. So we're just gonna ask you a few questions. Like we just want
to discuss with you about
fancy.
your creative.
My creative?
Yep.
Really? Man,
Yes.
I thought you'd never ask. Excited.
So what is your creative?
What do I think like creativity is?
No,
Yes.
what is your
My
creative? Like,
creative.
yeah, like
Okay. So it's a big long chain, I think, of like, ooh, squirrel, you know? So like basically I don't think people think like creative thoughts. Like you can't just be like, ooh, today I'm gonna be creative and then, ooh, good job, you're now creative. It's more like whether or not you can bounce on new ideas. And when you get a lot of ideas, you bounce on those and you go faster and then you're in a totally different place from when you started. So I think that is pretty much my process, is go with your first thought and see what happens.
it's
you
very
know?
nice. So what do you mainly do that is creative?
I do a lot of art. I do a lot of digital art with like digital painting, stuff like that. And I'm doing a lot of animation stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty neat. I really like it. But it's a fine line, you know, the process of ooh, squirrel, you know, because when you get when you're willing to jump on new ideas, if you go too far, you tend not to ever finish anything. And that's kind of been the little
That's
rut that
totally
I've
true.
like over-promising. I always do that.
That's true. Yeah, me too. Like I feel like if you try to make a project perfect, it's just
Yeah.
always
Oh yeah.
I always want to make it so perfect and like perfectly neat, but then it takes too long, and then it's like
Oh, yeah.
5 years later, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that.
about that project.
Yeah, and if you take every idea you have and you're drawing like, I don't know, maybe like a person, and you're like, hey, no, I you know what's even better? A sculpture. I can make a sculpture. And then you have to learn sculpting. So you buy all the supplies. And then by the time you get started, you lose all your inspiration.
And
then you just
motivation.
yeah, exactly. You can't trust every idea. But
Yeah.
you kind of,
You gotta go with
it's
it.
a
You gotta
fine line.
try
man.
things.
Absolutely.
right.
Well, what's one of your most favorite like projects you've done recently?
Oh shoot, I'm drawing Captain America.
Ooh,
Nice. you
recently.
did that.
Yeah.
But the best thing I've ever done. Do you guys know the creator of Dragon Age, that series?
It's a book, right?
Yeah.
No.
No. It's a video game.
Video
The writer of that, David Gator, he I joined his little concept art team for a mod for his for a game called Hearts of Iron, and we did like concept art for a professional. It was
Very
super
That is
nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So was this team like all around the world, or was it just like
It
you
was
guys
just a
actually
bunch
met
of,
up?
like, volunteers who like Hearts of Iron, and we made concept art for this really cool guy. And yeah, eventually they were kind of like, oh yeah, we're done. But yeah, in the meantime, that was probably the most like fun I've had doing
That is so cool. honestly.
obligatory work. You know? Like, yeah,
Right.
so for sure.
That's awesome. All right, so what?
I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. What's your background in drawing and art?
Oh shoot. So, you know, it's always been kind of in my family. Like, my grandmother has art in, like, the Smithsonian, and everyone was like, Lauren, you should draw more.
Whoa, wait. Take a couple steps back.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, my grandmother, her last name, shoot. It starts with an E. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah.
No, that's your last name.
Oh.
I'll look it up in the meantime. But yeah, she has art in the Smithsonian, and my aunt's a professional artist, and it's always been like, "Hey, Lauren, you should try it." And I'm like,
Wow.
and then, yeah, around like 5th, 6th grade, I started kind of, getting a little more serious with it. I drew things, and I kind of liked it, so I started, keep doing it.
Keep trying. Yep.
And with art, surprisingly, the more you practice, the better you get. So,
Impossible.
Yeah,
There's
man.
no way.
No.
My stick figures can't get any better.
Dude,
What do you mean your stick figures? You don't draw
If you
stick
drew
figures.
a stick figure every day, man, it would be the sexiest stick figure by like
Awesome.
the end of it. Like,
Well, I mean, they're already pretty attractive.
well, yeah, but like,
But you can
So
only
slim.
improve.
imagine
So
what you're
slim.
missing out on.
So circular at
So-
the top.
ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gets me
exactly.
going every time.
No, yeah. It was the accidental commitment to art, and now it's like, okay, I guess I'm stuck with this hobby.
So I'm guessing you enjoy it a little bit.
Yeah, a little
Just
bit.
a tiny bit.
Yeah, I'm the kind of person where it's really hard for me to stick with something because
Yeah.
it's like my brain is all over
Same.
the place.
Oh my
likes to do
gosh.
everything. So art has been the only thing that I have stuck with consistently, which is pretty neat.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd like to do it.
So, what about animation then? Why are you? What's the deal with that?
So that is a little more recent, like in the last like 3 years. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I saw a bunch of like artists on YouTube, and that led to animations on YouTube. And I was like, man, one day I will do this. This would be cool for me to make.
That's so
So then that actually, turned into I'm gonna try to make
Gonna
this
make
thing.
it, no.
So now, yeah, it's a lot harder than I feel like you definitely need to learn how to draw first. It's helped a lot because I know, how do body parts work, but it's like a lot more goes into it than just, can I draw a person? It's like, can I draw a person at every angle, up close, going away, and also, can I make a story? That's been a thing that's been kind of recent.
It's important.
It's been neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. So how can people find your work that you do?
See, again, I had a DeviantArt and I was like, okay, my work's old now, I don't like it, delete,
The entire account, or just?
Yeah, I've had
Wow.
so many DeviantArt accounts and so many Instagrams and YouTube channels. It's like probably the biggest problem that I struggle with the creativity part. It's the, inspiration, here's more, and keep going with it, and very impulsive,
Mm,
a little bit of ADHD going on here.
that
but,
works.
yeah, if you're impulsive with it and you just, feel like deleting a page and starting over,
Just go for it.
it's very difficult to find my work. But hey, latest YouTube channel, that will probably last a few months. What's the new username? I think it's Waluigi. Yeah, I'll probably
Waluigi.
yeah.
Will you send me that so I can put it in the show notes?
Heck yeah.
Sweet. All right. So that's down below for everyone listening.
Something will be posted within a few days, actually. I'm actually about to finish something.
Nice.
A lot.
Do you feel like if you got a lot of followers and subscribers, you wouldn't
Delete
change
it.
as quickly?
That's true.
What
That's
do
a
you
good
mean?
question.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, yeah. See, I had a decent it's more of the reputation, I guess. Like if my reputation, I feel like it doesn't match my skill set now,
Mhm.
I'll be like, no, I'm leaving, because I had a decent following on YouTube for a little bit. Decent quotation marks, like 2,000, 3,000.
Wow.
Wow,
And you
that's
got rid of it?
so
Yeah.
decent. That's pretty impressive.
I regret it so much, man.
Compared to you.
But again,
Wow.
I regret it and I don't, because it was like my work was like, when you think about your middle school days and that feeling you get at the pit of your stomach, like, oh God, why? That
Right.
was kind of what I was getting. So I was like, I'm gonna do it again, better this time.
Like Harry the
That's what I'm
Hairball.
talking
Stop.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on it though. It's gonna be something that I'm gonna need for like a portfolio. That's important if I'm going to get a job
That's
in my
true.
life. So Yeah.
Besides like fast food restaurants.
Oh man, I guess I could work at Culver's all my life. But like, I'm on leave still. I just haven't felt like coming back. I guess I will have to come back if I don't make this portfolio. Shoot.
Oh man, I don't know why. In my brain, I just haven't been able to. You said deviant art earlier, right?
Mhm.
Okay, and I just want to explain probably to maybe just my dad, but deviant art. Deviant art is a platform where you can post. There's no videos, right? It's just pictures, photography, art.
A lot of people, yeah, like arts and crafts sort of things
Right.
as well.
Just to showcase your art and what you've done.
Yeah, it's very easy to find a niche and then not be able to get out of that niche. The community is very
Tight?
If that makes very very closed off to other communities. So if you accidentally put yourself in, say, I have never done this, but some people have, like Sonic fan art. I drew Sonic. You can't get out. You're stuck there forever. Sorry, man. It's just like I wish there were better sites to showcase like artwork and stuff. It's very hard for, I think artists especially to like get out of that sea of new stuff and be like, come talk to me.
Right.
I think that's a lot easier on YouTube. There's a lot less.
That's true.
Pool.
Man. All right. So, what would you say to? Actually, let me ask you a quick question. When did you start doing art? Because you said that you were being influenced by your grandparents, right?
Mhm.
And then.
Yeah, it was just. That is the best question, man. That's a really good one. I don't know. Like again, like around like fifth grade, I just man, I just felt like drawing. So I did. And I had a little sketchbook and I carried it around and people were like, "Whoa, little fifth grader, you should keep doing it." It made me feel good. So I did, I started taking it more serious once I put money into better supplies
Right.
and stuff. And actually started pursuing like, hey, maybe I could actually do these graphic design programs once I felt like I was in a place to do so. That's always weird, because you look at your work currently and you're like, hey man, this is neat. I'm so proud of myself. And then 3 days later, you look at it and you're
Right.
I feel like self-awareness in art is it's weirdly non-existent. So,
Well, I'm totally forgetting who it was. I believe it was the founder of Patreon said this, but like you just keep making and keep producing things so that you can get better.
exactly.
And like something like Da Vinci said, a piece of art is never finished, just abandoned. So like you can always improve, just like you were talking about with your like 3 days later, it's like completely weird to you, but like then it was good. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So just keep
absolutely.
improving.
Just keep making
Yeah.
stuff.
Because
Yeah.
your creative mind keeps changing. You just have
That's
to
true.
adapt
Because
to
I
it.
feel like that's why we like people look
Yeah.
back in their stuff and they're like,
No, yeah.
Because like obviously when you made it, you're like, this is great.
Yeah.
I'm
But-
so proud. Yeah, it's weird. I do like it. I think it's very easy to get good at art because you practice so much, and then you can already see the improvement. So you're gonna be like, I'm gonna do it better, and you keep going. So once you get into it, it's easy. I feel like if you got a lot of negative reinforcement from people, I feel like that would be a lot harder, and I know a lot of people are going
That's
to struggle
true.
with that.
Have you ever had to like adapt to those kind of remarks about your
That's a good
artwork?
question.
Yeah, actually, I did a lot of the older like content that I drew. I did a lot of commission work for a lot of animals, a lot of that sort of thing, and a lot of people were like, "Lol, furry," that sort
Yeah.
of like content that I drew. They were like, "Lauren, it doesn't match your skill. You can do," and that was very self-conscious for a little bit. It was like, what am I, the work that I'm drawing, is it artsy enough, is it edgy and beautiful, art school all the time, and that's something I had to think about, like, just draw something you want to do, that helps to get into something you like. And thankfully, I don't think as a kid, if someone was like, wow, that sucks,
Right.
I don't think I would have continued. It's a very
It's the mindset.
oh yeah, for sure. If you don't think you can do it, then
Yeah.
why do it?
I
Yeah,
think
know?
I feel like it's really important when you have like those negative things. Like I feel like there's the two types of negativity. Like there's people just being mean to be mean, but then there's the people that are like right, and you're just like, it's true. Like I want to like
Exactly.
get better.
yeah, it's the worst when it's something you love and then people like you actually know like criticize it about you, because then it just makes you feel like you're not doing well enough.
Yeah, and
It's
it
true.
also makes you feel a bit delusioned, you know,
Yeah.
like I thought I was fine, you know, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I think like, um, if you're going into something like a creative outlet, you have to feel like you always have to feel like you can do better. As soon as you feel like you can't do better, you're gonna stop. You know.
That's true.
Yeah, and that I think that's the only reason I've stuck with art because I promise I can do this, and that drive is
Yeah.
the only thing that's kept it going.
That's wow.
Deep.
Those were
It's deep. It's deep.
Yeah. Well, what would you say to your younger self, like right before, like while you were getting started, like people were like pushing you to do it? What would you say to them, like as advice to keep going or something like
Don't be afraid of mistakes. You will get better. Just okay. My artist advice is draw with a pen always when you're starting, because you would think like erasers and pencils. Well, you can't
Right.
erase pens. No, always if you're getting into art, sketch out with pens. It makes you think about what you're drawing a little bit better, and also how to work around mistakes instead of, you know, not finishing anything because of them.
that? I really like that.
Yeah. me
You
too.
gotta start
I
drawing
thought you were
with
gonna go
pens.
somewhere like there is no mistakes in the beginning, but that's a lot better.
Anything can turn to art.
Right.
Oh god, there are mistakes. There are some bad ones, man. No, yeah, it's more. I think that's what creativity is. It's like your ability to figure out issues, that are, because that you're gonna find yourself in situations like that where it's like, no, you know, that's not what I wanted. It's your ability to get around that. Yeah, but as a younger little 5th grade Lauren person, just like, man, it's okay that you don't follow through on things, I guess, you know, because it's like, it did give me the practice. It would be nice. Hey, 5th grade Lauren, please finish some things sometime. You know, like, yeah, I don't know. I think probably in my life, like that sort of like hobby and experience for me has been like actually pretty perfect, and I feel pretty lucky because I see a lot of little kids, you know, and on DeviantArt,
Right.
they seem like 12, and you know, their parents say their art is bad, or like a peer says it, and they're just like, it's crushing, especially at that
Yeah.
age, you know. So
That's true.
I consider very lucky, and I'm still very lucky. I haven't gotten
To
like,
keep going.
Lauren, you suck, you know, from the masses. So
That would suck.
as soon as that happens, I guess I'll retire. But for now, I'm good. But yeah.
Oh man. So what about what would you say to other people trying to get started in drawing?
Just do it, man. Just do it. You know, Shia LaBeouf, because it's like, it's gonna suck. Your work is gonna be so bad. It's gonna be awful, and you're gonna be, oh man, I can't draw. No. No one comes out of the womb and picks up a pen and is like, whoa, Picasso. You know, Picasso's a bad example. His work is freaking weird. But no, yeah, you're gonna be bad.
Right.
Keep doing it. You know, like, even if it doesn't live up to what you're thinking, the more you do it, again, I don't mean to be like, practice makes perfect, you know,
But like the
that.
closer you get to your vision.
Honestly, I can't figure out a better thing, like, be okay with your mistakes, because you're gonna make mistakes. If you draw circles enough, eventually maybe you can make a square. Oh, also, artist-specific advice, everything is made up of shapes. If you go into something, big picture, little picture, sorry. You're supposed to be big picture. And you're gonna, like, say you're drawing the bookshelf. There's a bookshelf behind these people, and you're gonna draw that bobblehead before you make the bookshelf. you got to break it up into larger parts and then go down. You know,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
you're made up of a bunch of circles and ovals and stuff. So once I figured that out, I think art was easier. That's an art specific advice, but
Nice.
yeah.
So what do you like to draw? Like speaking of shapes, do you like to draw more realistic pieces of art, or are you more of a cartoony like?
Um, See, I like you definitely. That's another art thing. Have to learn realism before you learn cartoon work. I feel like that's just I see that a lot in like anime, people who draw anime and stuff like that. That kind of style. Their eyes are either like like on the sides of their head, or like their chin is they don't have one. Definitely have to learn that realistic part. Um, that's some I do both. So I practice the realism, and then ooh, I know anatomy. Let's see if I can make the eyes bigger and not make it look like freaking Gollum.
Mhm.
And oh man, there's so many styles, and it's nice to learn how to replicate one. But once you find your own, I feel like that comes really late. If you're going into art and you're like, I'm gonna find my art style, that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna be able to do that until late in the game, and that's something I'm still working on now. But for now, I guess to answer your question in one word, I'm so sorry, realism for now.
Nice.
Realism.
So, like, what's your favorite thing to draw with? Like, besides animation, like actually drawing. Like, do you like using like oils or like watercolors?
See, I'm completely a digital artist. So I have a tablet. It's a Huion. I'm saved up for. Oh, it's beautiful. It's just a screen and a pen, and you draw.
Oh, those are so much fun. I
And
love those.
it is the love of my life. I love it so much, man. But there's an undo button. It's so nice when you make a mistake and you're like, oh god, you gotta undo it, which is super great. And also, you don't have to buy all the supplies like pens that
right.
never run out.
Because it's all just like
Yeah.
digitally, you can select what you're using,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. It's cheap, it's accessible, and for perfectionists, I recommend digital art. Absolutely. There's some free programs you can get on like your iPad or something that you could use. Like I used that for years before I actually bought a tablet. And then
Did you have like a stylus or something?
yeah, like a little cheap little stylus, or sometimes just my finger, and I would just draw over and over. And I can draw with like my fingers now, which is pretty cool. Finger painting. But yeah, drawing on paper and drawing with like oils and stuff like that. I that is still something that I am learning how to do, because my skill set on paper and digital, it's like I'm a different like person. It's weird because a very perfectionistic, I'll erase things and I need to do my own pen advice, but like yeah, the day I can draw on paper will be the day that I'm probably super confident, super great, because it's like mistakes are a little more widespread. So
Yeah.
if you're that kind of person, go into digital art. Thoroughly recommend.
It's understandable. I feel like a lot more people do digital art these days than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you and me are completely different. I like drawing like on paper.
Mhm.
But like digital art is a challenge. Like yeah.
It's actually it's daunting, because it's like ooh, it adds that extra like technology,
Yeah.
Once I do recommend it. Like take your drawings, take a picture and line them, But yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty neat. I didn't even elaborate on tablet arts. It's too long. It's,
So what about if someone wanted to get started, then like, because you said you used an iPad, obviously not now, but like getting started.
yeah.
Because I don't think everybody's gonna have like, oh hey, you know what I want to do today? I want to draw. Let's just go buy the most expensive like.
That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe it's just a mood.
Because that honestly, I've been there, man. It's like I want to learn how to do some sculpting, so I get some nice clay and all that. And that again with the digital art, I think it's the daunting part where I don't deserve this. I don't know what I'm doing. So do you mean getting started in like digital art or?
Yeah, getting started in digital art. What would you say to someone trying to?
Draw on paper first. Okay, depends where you're at. If you're going completely new, I stick figure, woo, and you want to, I would recommend jumping immediately to digital art. If depends on your budget, there are some good programs on the iPad like Procreate. I think it's around like $4. Draw with your draw with your hands, draw with a stylus. You know, if you have something that you really want to draw, I think those are decent, you know, just to understand. Speed paints too. Go on YouTube and watch people and how they do it. That is the only reason I learned digital art is from watching speed paints recreationally, because there's layers, you know, there's line art. It's a different sort of like process from normal art, but it's not too hard. If you are like a normal artist, take a picture of your regular art and then try to do it.
Scan it over.
Yeah, try to line it in a digital art program and then paint it. And I see a lot of people who do that as well. I still, if I have an idea, I'll just sketch it and then
Totally.
Nice.
Because I remember when we interviewed Trey 2 weeks ago, he said that he carries around his sketchbook at school and he draws stuff and then traces it later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. But
So would you say someone needs to buy a sketchbook, or would just like a normal college rule notebook work, or
paper. Yeah, college rule, cardboard, something. You don't even need to have a specific place for it. You know, that's more for the idea part of it, I guess. If you want to go full on, draw it first and then transfer it over. Again, paper can do that. You know, it doesn't have to be like fancy paper.
right?
But yeah, I feel like just whatever. I usually just do little thumbnail sketches, which are just really basic circles and, you know, like this will be here, sort of thing. But yeah.
When I went to the Bahamas 3-4 years ago, there was this man, and like he looked like he didn't have that much money, but he would like paint the sunset on these cardboards and sell them, and like they were so beautiful, and they were just on like cardboard and like some like cheap paint, but it, like he turned it into like this
Note
awesome.
to self: when homeless,
Just
become
draw.
artist.
Yeah.
Or isn't that the saying? Like, if you're gonna be an artist, you're gonna be homeless.
Heck yeah, man.
But if you enjoy it, it's
No,
all right.
I'm definitely not pursuing,
Homelessness.
If you know, it's up in the air. It's a career choice for now. I haven't thought about it yet. But with art, if you want to make it a career, oh boy, you do need to get into digital. I feel like that is something that is a must. If you, man, unless you really want to be like an oil painter or, you know, whatever. I also recommend, I've recently been doing a lot of Maya and 3D modeling, and that is the industry, and unfortunately, like, 2D animation is a bit dead at the moment, so it depends. You gotta weigh, personally, I've weighed my choices, and it's like, I don't want to be a starving artist, but I do want to put it into my career somehow, so I'm gonna go into, like, a sort of thing that would allow that, you know?
Right.
Without just selling my art, because you know, that is unfortunately kind of what happens a lot.
It's true.
But yeah.
So we're about to come to an end. So
Sounds
do you want to ask her the last question?
I was wondering if you wanted to, because
Okay.
you always get excited about it.
Awesome. I will ask the last question. So, what is I messed it up. Oh
What
my
is
God.
created it?
What is creativity to you?
Okay, I think creativity is your comfort and ability to take your ideas and build off of them. And if you try to think creatively, you're going to do that from experience and replicate, you know, things creative people have done, and not be comfortable in your own ideas to branch off that, you know? It's like going in and you're, you know, drawing a flower, and you're like, oh, this kind of looks like, I don't know, like a spaceship, and you're like, oh, what about a garden in space? You know, like that sort of thing. You bounce, and if you end a project with your first idea and it's perfect and it was just like you first thought, you weren't creative. That wasn't creativity. I'm so sorry. No one thinks beautiful, brilliant, creative thoughts. It's what happens after. So I consider it a failure if my project is exactly how just like my first idea, if that makes sense.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah.
All right.
I really like that. Yeah.
Thanks,
Do you have anything else you want to add?
No. I know. It's yeah, it's I don't know. I feel like people judge themselves like too harshly, you know. And you just don't go on a project like wanting to be creative.
Perfect.
Right.
Because it's not gonna happen. Because now you're gonna think about it too much. Be comfortable with yourself and your own thoughts, and then go from there.
Yeah, you shouldn't think like, oh, I'm gonna be super creative on this. You just have to let it come to you.
Exactly. And you can take inspiration from people. Just don't.
Copy.
If you bounce off of that inspiration enough to where it's your own, then that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's replication, it's like, now it's blue, you know. Ah, man, I feel like I say that a lot. So, yeah. Love yourself.
That's
Think with your ideas. And, woo, that's my final thought.
Very nice. Well, thank you for joining us this week on the podcast.
Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. This was fancy.
All right, so please make sure to like this podcast, guys, if you enjoyed it, just so that we know where to go in the future.
Subscribe for more.
And definitely tell your friends so that we can grow the viewership and really get everyone thinking creatively.
And make sure to comment you're creative.